Hey yo, what's up? David Hem here, and we are in the reception, and we're doing it live, and we're doing it with video. Figure I got this inspiration to do it. I have the energy to do it. I have the open heart and open mind to do it. I don't feel fearful. I feel soft, and that sounds like the perfect equation, formula, for me to do this. And today on the reception, I want to talk about the movie The Matrix, right? Now, in life, you can layer a reality based on, what you want to label it, right? If you want to label reality as, I'm going to go to get a job, I'm going to get married, I'm going to have a kid, and that's your life, and that's what you want to do, that's going to be your reality, right? For someone like me, I'm an artist, so I see world through an artistic lens, an artistic expression, and it's never been one medium. My creative energy always transformed into something else, from like martial arts into drawing, into dancing, into karate, into yoga, and into infusing them all together. Okay, and I solely buy into the concept of we're in a simulation, right? And we're just figuring out codes in order to access certain, information. And some of us have more information than others. Some of us don't even bother to seek any information at all on how to reach higher conscious levels and to evolve. And that's where I come into play. That's been my lot in life. That's been my fire that keeps all the other fires going. A bomb dropped on me. I watched The Matrix about a couple months ago. I haven't watched it since I was a kid, maybe 17, 18. And believe me, I had no understanding of what the hell they were talking about at 17 and 18. But, fast forward 20 years later, I had all this experience, I'm into my spirituality, and it has an entirely different meaning to it, a much more meaningful, it's a guidebook, right? It's a strategy book, a documentary. And I believe that's what's happening, right? In fact, all of us humans on this earth are batteries keeping the machine running. So anyway, sidetrack to it, when you layer your life based on whatever construct that resonates with you, and you're doing it successfully, more power to you. Shama lama shama. For me, because all I can really talk about is me. It's the only thing I'm an expert on. I don't know a lot of things. I'm learning to know a lot of things, but I can only talk about me. And I see the world as a simulation and figuring out codes in order to increase the quality of my life in this existence, And, I watched the movie, and even the name Neo, right? To me, that represents the neocortex. And if you tap into the neocortex, you could tap into the abilities that Neo did in 1, 2, and 3, right? And what exactly is the neocortex? I looked it up, right? And, I'm going to summarize it and break it down, though. So neocortex, anatomy, a part of the cerebral cortex concerned with sight and hearing in mammals, regarded as the most recent evolved part of the brain. I'm going to say that again. Regarded as the most recently evolved part of the brain. And recently, I think they're talking about 10 plus years, right? Because come on now, we barely know anything about the mind, right? We claim we do, which is always another argument for me. Is all this stuff that we come, with the mind, constructs and ideas, time and all that shit, right? But it's also coming from a place we have no understanding of. So if this thing that we don't have any understanding of, and we're trusting the information that comes out of this thing that we don't understand, aren't we just doing it wrong? I guess we'll see. But hopefully I'm not the only one that sees it that way, right? in the cerebral cortex, man, is accessed through certain breathing techniques, relaxing the mind, centering yourselves, allowing yourself to dissolve fight or flight, which many of us are constantly in, So neo is the neocortex, because if you tap into that, potentiality has boosted greatly. You'll start to take more risk, right? Because NPCs are out there, non-participating characters. There's just some people just running on program, at least for the majority. I admit I'm running on program, but it's not as much as I used to be, or compared to most of Western culture, right? Because we're being dumbed down, okay? It's a big break. This is a big reason why I took a break up of social media, because I felt like my thoughts were being herded in a direction that I didn't want to. It was part of a dream. I remember having a dream that all of us were being herded on the L track, right? Just like head down, walking slow, zombie-like, just following the orders of whoever it was, and I was never the type to be a follower, right? I'm not into people who's famous. I could care less. You know what I mean? I can go to a spot, enjoy the show, respect, but I don't need to hang with them, That's just for me, In fact, Dope Lemon's bass player came to me after the show, gave me props on my jacket, and he asked me about a dive bar. It's like, yo, let's go hang out. And, my friends wanted to, but I didn't. It's just not a priority to me. The next day I had an early morning class, and I wanted to be productive for that class. So I outweighed the risk and reward. And I ain't into partying to 5 a.m. anymore, man. I live that, right now I'm on a track that's much more in aligned with that $1 million that I'm going to be having. So it's been an interesting few weeks, right? Not bought a house, but I got a house, I got a car, I expanded my reach. I could do a lot more drop off, pick off services with dogs. You know what I'm saying? I could reach more clients on the outer skirts. I could travel. That's the main job, because it's the Jeep Patriot and it has room in the back, so I could take the pups with me. We hit those rest stops, sleep in Love's gas stations. It's all good. I'm hit the road now. Life is doing really, really well. And I'm on day 28 will be 30 days. And today's the 22nd. And I've made leaps, my friends. Leaps. Beyond leaps. Going into monk mode and letting go of my social media. I might just even stay off it, Maybe just post new classes and stuff like that, but not go at it like I used to, right? Checking the validations, who's talking, who's liking, right? I'm starting to know who I am now, right? And I don't have the pressure of validating thousands of people that may have seen my posts and surpassed it and didn't even like it or not, right? Because I would constantly check, 3 likes, 4 likes, 15 likes, right? Sometimes 44. How can I get 44 more likes like that, right? That shit was controlling me. But it's not controlling me anymore, right? And the evidence is quite clear. It's crystal. It's obvious. It's fucking apparent, that, when you let go of shit that is hindering you down, and you gotta be honest with this. You gotta be honest with yourself with this. You know what I mean? And you know what's not good for you. You know what's not good for you, right? But you gotta let it go. So I'm done with romantic relationships. I'm done with IG. I'm done with Facebook, right? I'm done with venomous characters in my life. I reset, I re-sanitize my posse, Everyone that's in my life right now, it's because I want them into, and I know they can lead me and I can help them possibly and achieve their goals as well. On another level shit. Stacking skills rather than trying to have certifications in one particular field. Stacking skills, like being artistic, being a dancer, being an artist, you know, being a good social communicator to all classes, right? You know what I mean? I'm able to relate to people from different backgrounds and find harmony within them all, you know. Huge gift there, yo. So I gotta say, you know, I'm about like 24 days, 22 days. I'm not sure. I don't really care, right? I made 3 videos. I'll put this with that. So I did 2, 3, and 4, and then I just forgot about it because I didn't really care about it anymore. At least I didn't really care about being on a documentary or, you know, putting myself on video like that. It just didn't matter to me. But now that we're coming down to 30 days, you know, I want to put this documentary together to show you that maybe you have been struggling with social media, and you know it has been, right? You don't have to quit like cold turkey it. You can hone it down, wean it down, monitor it greatly, have discipline. But if you're the type that can't do that after tireless effort, then slice him out the phone. That's what I did. I just cut him dead. I deactivated him, right? You know, I kept Facebook alive just for Messenger's sake so my dad could have video chat with me, and that's it, right? It can have nuances. You don't have to be cold turkey and shit because, you know, I understand you have family and connections and stuff like that, but be intelligent about it. And as for me, I had to go full on deactivation because I've attempted this feat before and it never really worked out. You know, I found out new ways to justify and rationalize myself and, you know, and relapsed on it, right? Social media is the new drug. It's the new detox. It's the new fentanyl. It's the slow kind of fentanyl, right? It's that milk of amnesia, that Michael Jackson shit, right? You know, and it's poisoning the brain. So I'm really looking forward to getting myself back, getting my identity back, uninfluenced by those that I don't want to be influenced by. Mostly me, you know, 50% me, 51% me, 49% the outside world. And I'm going to continue going down this path, right? Going into social might be heavily monitored with discipline and conviction, you know, because I do not want to stop this fucking train of abundance, of this train of gifts that's been rolling down my way in these past few weeks, right? I'm feeling really fucking good, and I'm feeling really light. I don't need no girl. I don't need no fucking accolades, certifications, you know, these things that I once thought fulfilled me and I needed to have. And once I've had it many fucking times, once I've had it, it still left me twiddling my thumbs, wondering where the fuck is the fulfillment. And now I'm understanding that fulfillment, really internalizing that fulfillment is in here. It took me 10 years to hear it over and over and over again from teachers, over and over again, right? And you keep practicing it, but eventually one day it becomes you. It becomes habit, and you know you're doing it, and you're doing it. All right, this is the reception, the video essence. How you doing? Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're taking time out to care for yourself, resting or fitnessing or somewhere in the middle, punching pillows, fucking screaming into pillows. Man, express yourself in the many tentacles that there are, okay? Because expression is healing. And if you don't believe me, Google that shit. Expression is healing. Look up the science of healing, yo. Robert Core, from neuroscientist from UCLA, got a great study on it, yo. Peace.